So, this is the big matchup to decide who's coming top in this group. Both teams already qualified.
Pride match, really.
If I do this part of this game?
Absolutely not.
Wait.
In which case, James is going to check out, and we thank you, James, for his time. And I'm actually going to let Callie check back in. It's a London game, in which case, Callie's not going to say anything bad about London, are you? Oh, oopsie.
Good start. Cheers, Ravenous boys.
No worries at all, James.
Morning. And yeah, took them all 16 seconds to get on the board apparently. But yeah, I've more or less survived yesterday. But Dragons with 3 pretty convincing victories yesterday, and they already through the semifinals, so in that sense this is not a very meaningful game. I don't know if this is a meaningful game for either of them actually, because I believe UAE, thanks to...
Meaningful for who's going to get top spot though.
Ah, true. So yeah, we're playing for who's the top dog and goes undefeated towards the semi-finals. The UAE, of course, has one fairly talented individual that has been more or less dominating their performances so far. But that is obviously a problem when you have a team that has only, I mean, organization that only has a one team, so you can't be having the...
Exactly, and they need to win to progress and to move up, and
true,
this needs to happen.
Oh. But either way, so both of these teams are through. Now we're just trying to find out which one is going to be the #1 seed. Oh, and Caroline O'Riordan there takes a... I'm pretty sure the blue line was painted false.
She have a beverage or two last night by any chance?
There is. I believe that the investigation is still ongoing, but there is a possibility that alcohol was playing a part at yesterday's celebrations. Well. And here comes UAE, and slides one in between. I don't think anyone even realized that went in, including the UAE bench.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the people what they want. I'm going to let Roberto Del Granto check back in. And,
he's Rambo alive. Has he recovered?
So I'm going to let Rob check back in.
Anyway, so 2-0. 2 quick goals for the UEA. And they seem to be going strong so far, but as we know, Dragons C does have some firepower up front. Oh, that's a good stretch pass, but number 58 James cannot catch it perfectly, and tries to go and wrap it around. And of course, as you know, Dragons C is playing with a goalie that is actually not a goalie. Although kudos to Ashley for jumping down from B to C and strapping the pads on. I'm probably one of those people who are not too keen to do something like that, but there you can see what I mean. That there's one player in the UEA team who is a little bit better than they probably should be for the tier, but as they only have one single team, so it's kind of unfortunate in that respect. And now finally Dragons gets the pressure towards the UEA end with Aki, whose name I still don't know how to pronounce. Safikula? Something like that? Rob, do you want me to turn your microphone actually on? Do I want to turn you on? Do I want to turn you on? I've turned you on when I walked in here. There you go. Now we are joined by Rob, the cameraman / commentator Grant.
I am
the ball hockey wizard.
One half of hashtag McGrant.
Hashtag multitasking.
You missed all
hashtag
that.
men are better at multitasking. Oh, I'm gonna get so much stick for that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
You missed you missed earlier hashtag.
Anyway,
McGrants.
Dragons are. Wait, why is there so many people in the penalty box? And there's third UEA goal, and Ashley definitely not happy about that one. And was it 2 plus 10? What was it given? Why is there two? Why is there both John and Weber in the penalty box? That surely that must have been a 10-minute misconduct then, because
Must have been.
fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, I totally missed that. Either way, it's 3-0 for the UEA, and the Dragons are trying to get something, make something happen. And here is team captain Josh Stones springing, but he gets crudely dumped by the number 44 of. I can't see that far. Of the UEA team, and so far it's been pretty much all UEA, which may not come as a surprise to anyone. So thanks to their higher level of individual skill. But as said, both teams are already through, so this is not, so in that sense, not a very significant game. And of course, if whichever teams ends up second in their group is going to be ending up into the first semi-final.
Danger zone.
Danger zone, yeah, it's claiming another victim there, as Rob Grant pointed out. Oh, and here's a terrible turnover. Oh, and he goes way over the net. That was a glorious chance to make it 4-0 for UEA, but absolutely tanked that one. And Josh Stones plays it out off the boards, and it won't be an icing because it's going to hit the goalie. No, it's actually not going to be, but icing is still waved off, probably because the defender didn't seem to be trying too hard. And wow, great stretch pass.
Yes.
Number 5 Martin is defended there by Caroline O'Riordan, and she does a good job with that. I was looking for pass options, and it does elude the first UEA forechecker. And here's the danger man of the team, circling the wagons, being harassed by Aki harshly, who Aki then takes a stop so hard, so sharp that he blows a tire.
Oh.
And there's another one. He's cornering faster than his skates are writing his ego is writing checks that his skates can cash at the moment. That's what's happening here. UEA in their own zone, just under 15 minutes left in the period, and here comes UEA again with the stretch pass, and they have a man in the back post waiting, and it never arrives there. There's Dominic de Carcer going after Wolverson? Yes, it is Wolverson. With Ashley Johnson with the save. But now that Dragons managed to clear the zone. There's Wolverson again, number 44, big body in the UEA defense lines. Goes deep, and here's James. Takes the puck behind the net, tries to cut in front, but a good poke check from Ashley there. And there's Mila, who scored the opening goal of the tournament for the Dragons team. Kovanov? That's not a... That's a pretty Russian sounding name, actually. And here's Wolverson being harassed fiercely by Kate Weber, and here's Henry Fail putting on more pressure, and Katie Robertson plays it up to the wing with Mila Sutton going after that. Carter to find a shooting lane. But now that Dragons managed to clear the zone, there's Wolverson again, number 44, big body in the UEA defense lines. Goes deep, and here's James. Takes the puck behind the net, tries to cut in front, but a good poke check from Ashley there. And there's Mila, who scored the opening goal of the tournament for the Dragons team. Kovanov? That's not a... That's a pretty Russian-sounding name, actually. And here's Wolverson being harassed fiercely by Kate Weber, and here's Henry Fail putting on more pressure. And Katie Robertson plays it up to the wing with Mila Sutton going after that. Carter to find a shooting lane, doesn't find it. Here's Assad playing it out. Kate Weber can reach it, no one else can but Mr. Fail. And I think that was an offside, but it wasn't just called. The shot that whistles high and wide. And then everyone flies by the puck there. With UEA controlling, and a good save with the paddle down low, taking away for the lower part of the net.
Kept in his own.
San Francisco cheering for UEA. Well, you have a lot to cheer because it's. I have a feeling that this team is going to go pretty far in Tier 5. So it's not going to be all over after the group stage for you guys, that's for sure. And looking at the actual standings, if I can find them from the website. Let's see who either of these teams will be facing. That's something I still haven't managed to find out, mainly because I blame the internet for being too slow. Oh, comes in with high speed, flies by, and that opens up a 2-on-1 for the Dragons. Just evades. Willock and Assad just evade the offside there. They probably should have laid the pass on a little bit earlier, and here's Sarah Rees. Looking for Willock in the middle. Pass comes, it never arrives there. There's Ian Chan, who's now out of the penalty box. I don't know what sort of penalty he was serving, because he was in the penalty box. No, actually, sorry, there is still someone in the penalty box. It's not Ian Chan. It must be Arthur Chan. Then there's too many Chans in this team. Either way, UEA with the pressure and Ben Willock with a pretty clear trip, and here's, oh, Ian Chan almost makes it and puts a hook on number 17 Harris, but to no use, and now makes a diving hook. And here's Harris against Josh Jordan, or Riordan now tries to slice between them, but absolutely no chance. Here's Ashley Johnson, decides that's enough for that, as Ian Chan in his typical style scampers to the bench in near panic. Rob, can you put me my snooze cam somewhere there? Yeah. Yeah, don't start using snooze, kids. It's bad for you. It's better than smoking, but still bad. Oh, that sits right on the goal line. I don't think they wasted. That was.
Get a replay on that.
We need a replay on that definitely, because that was close.
Andy says no.
Andy, the grand overlord of BOHA, has head of refereeing and head of most things in this organization, has said no, it's not a goal. So we have nothing but faith in this statement. And it looked to me, it didn't cross the goal line completely at least, but how did it get there is what I was mainly interested in. It looked to be bouncing off the crossbar onto the goal line and actually dives backwards and finds it at the last second. Good reactions there. I've somehow mysteriously destroyed my elbow last night.
Oh, here we go.
And here comes Aki looking for a chance, but now there's a wake of UEA players on the ice, and UEA players lying on the ice, but the Dragons are going to be going on power play for some reason. I don't. Okay, fair enough.
I think.
Oh, it was a hit.
I think that's what he's going to call. No? Don't tell us. Okay.
Let's see if we can.
Watch the screen. The screen will tell you.
Let's see if we can get some sort of replay of that. But, well, it doesn't really matter. Dragons are still on power play, and here comes UEA short-handed captain Josh Stones there, plays it up to Willock on the left-hand side, who is looking for Ian Chan or Sarah Rees in the middle, but doesn't find him. Dragons don't get the possession of the puck. That's what they're trying to do.
Ooh.
To get some sort of power play thing going here, but to no avail, unfortunately. And here's Iron Gallery Orden, passes it to Ian Chan. Here's Josh Stones. They should probably move this up now, not get stuck in their own zone. And captain takes the team on his shoulders and carries the puck on to the zone with Sarah Reese going after it and Ben Wheelock there as well. And UEA, well, that ring around was stopped by their own player for some reason. And a great stretch pass, but an even better defensive play by Josh Stones. And a good outlet pad as well, but it just goes between Sarah Reese's legs. And here's Ian Chan racing to the puck and gets it. And has man and a woman in front of the net, but doesn't get the pass there.
Good move that by Chairman Chan.
Chairman Chan, yeah. Either way, Dragons are still 3-0 down. UAE is 3-0 up. That's kind of how it goes when you have two teams playing. Oh, and a great blocker save by Ashley Johnson there. And a good shot from a grade A real estate. But the rookie goalie in what I believe is his fourth ever game on net is doing a good job. After a couple of early gaffes, he has picked up his blocker game especially. That's the thing, he should probably he should probably just use his blocker for everything, to be fair. And UEA now back to full strength. So Dragons power play was no good to either team. And we are approaching 7.5 minute mark of, 7.5 minutes left. So that's about 15 minutes, 14.5 minute mark of the game. In one of the later games of the Tier 5, I believe this is, because the Tier 5 playoffs is gonna start no more than in an hour's time, I believe. There's not gonna be many games in between now and then. And Ashley Johnson, with the UEA player crashing the net, gives him a little how you do reminder of maybe not when UEA player definitely struggling to get up, but oh, they are fine. They were just literally struggling to get up.
Oh, they're going to go offside here.
Probably last night or something. Do it, and that's an offside. Oh, that's an offside by about a meter, but the referee fails to call it.
That was offside by a country mile.
I just got a confirmation from Rob Grant that it was a nautical mile about that offside was. Well, I mean, I know it doesn't matter, but you definitely would like to use rules more of an actual rule than a guideline. And Dragons, I know for some reason playing with 4 players with Zoe Penn not getting onto the ice. There's Aki Hassan and Zoe Penn and Josh Stones and Carolina Reardon playing defense. With Stones behind the net with the puck, dumps it in, looking for Asad Panjwani, I think his name is. Last name? It is a very complicated name, and I feel I would completely. Oh, that was a good forecheck and takeaway. He tries to play it up to his teammate who's waiting, and now the puck comes out. There's no Dragons in front of the net though, and now the puck comes out of the zone. They should probably clear the offside as well. Stones looking for his options, goes up the same wing where he came from, probably a good idea. Harris and Aki going to the boards hard. Harris making Aki fly by, and now again the UEA stretch pass works a treat, and a shot that bounces off. Another good block by Carolina Reardon. She's been blocking shots left, right and center in this tournament. Well, in the one game that I've seen so far. So I'm basing my observations and commentary on that, and she's been doing good job defensively. And here comes Captain Josh Stones, shoots, easy pad save. It does look like Dragons, who only conceded 1 goal in 3 games and scored 8, are about to be blanked in this one, unless they can find a way to break the tie. Rebecca Aichison, I'm here for Zoe Penn. We're all here for Zoe Penn. She's a lovely, lovely girl. But at this game, UEA and their individual skill seems to be enough, and there's a shot that goes, that makes it 4-0 for the UEA, and there was, Ashley Johnson is looking, looking a bit upset by that, but he probably shouldn't be because that was off the post and in. That was more or less a perfect shot. So there's nothing for him to hang his head about in shame. And we just entered last 4 minutes of the game. The Dragons right off the face of looking to try and do something. But with UEA, with that individual skill, carrying the puck into their zone, and here's a chance for Aki to skate up, but he just gets the puck poke checked away from him, and Ben Willock eventually clears the zone. And now I finally have the Tier 5 information up, and leading Group 1 with three wins and 1 draw is the Women's Blues, followed by Yeti C. So those two are looking to go up, and Avalanche and Dragons, they're two undefeated teams. Oh, the Group 1 is actually finished, so it's going to be Women's Blues and Yeti C who are in the playoffs with Metros, who were very close, pulled the goalie and everything in the previous game and try to get that win that would have actually put them through, but they ended up drawing that game, which means that they are out. So Lions, Metros, Mavericks are out from Group 1, with the Dragons and Avalanche in from the Group 2, and now it looks like Avalanche is going to be the one winning this group and going undefeated to face the Yeti C. Well, as Dragon C is taking up Oxford Women's Blues in the semi-finals, which is... Oh, and that's a good save by Ashley Johnson there. I can't say kick save and a beauty, but it was definitely a kick save. I get a nod of approval from Rob Grant that it was definitely a kick save. We have been...
Yeah.
And I believe Andrew Miller also was confirming that it was a kick save for sure. Good, yes, we get a little bit of a less enthusiastic nod, but a nod nonetheless.
Sorry, I'm not talking more. I have to do both of these jobs at the same time.
So as I said, good job. So once he got warmed up, which is of course problem for the goalies in the Nationals, that they have to come in pretty cold and try to do the best they can with whatever they have.
It's like 12 degrees outside. What are you talking about? It's pretty warm.
No, I mean, yeah, you can stand in a microwave, but you still doesn't help your performance probably. I mean, who's gonna walk in microwave anyway? I'm not.
Wow.
Well, I will do that after the game. Thank you.
Just for those listeners who couldn't hear that, Andrew Miller suggested
And
Googling
there is
gerbil in a microwave.
video of some sort of. I'm not sure if it's of scientific significance, but apparently some animals in a microwave. It does sound a bit bad to my ear, so I
Extreme.
hope RSPCA is not listening to this.
Extreme is what I'd say.
Extreme, okay. Yeah, it does sound pretty extreme. Usually when you put animals in a microwave, they are
Doesn't
not
end well.
anymore alive. And moving on back to ice hockey about this this very peculiar subject is when we enter the last minute of the game. With UEA in a commanding 4-0 lead after that last goal, and here's Carolina Reardon plays it back. Good backhand pass to Josh Stones, who chips it up the middle to Dominic de Carcer. And apparently his girlfriend was giving him a lot of stick for me calling him big-bodied yesterday, but I didn't say that. I said he's one of the bigger bodies in the team, and that of course is only in comparison to who they're playing with. If he would be playing with me, he would be tiny. So I was not calling him fat. I was just saying that he's bigger than most people in the organization. Anyway, last 10 seconds, Dragons are looking for something. And Arthur Chan
Goal, Dragons!
fires it from the point, and he's been complaining to me all weekend that he didn't get an assist on the Dragons' first game, but now he gets a goal of his own. Good shot that bounces off something in front, and let's see the replay here. Shots, and I think it hit the defender's gate and changes direction, and it just goes between the goalie's legs. That's why you want to hit the net with your shots, because you never know what's happening. It was Arthur Chan, number 17.
So Chairman Chan.
Chairman Chan. There's
Chairman
two Chairman
Chan.
Chans, so you can. We always have a backup Chan. Always have a backup Chan. Chan B.
Chan B.
I think it was an assisted. And 4-1 to the Dragons, so they are not being shut out.
No,
in the tournament.
no, they're not.
And they have so far scored a goal in every game, which is, as per usual Dragons ways, it's always about the offense more than defense.